Alright, so I finally figured out why white people be getting so mad and saying stuff like, you're trying to turn us into the minority. Well, that's because in the first time in forever, the white population has taken a massive decline while the non-white population has increased significantly. Just to clarify that a little more, in the 1970s, America was 90% white. In the 2010s, 72.4% white. That's a massive decline. But that was over 40 years. In 2020, the drop went down by about 10%, which is insane. And it's not because the overall population is increasing. They just lost white people. Now, the reason for this decrease isn't because of minorities. It is because of y'all. So a lot of white people like today are super old and like super rich. So you guys are losing a lot of them. But white women compared to their counterparts have very low fertility rates. So the birth rate is also declining. There's a theory that says this is why a lot of white politicians want to stop abortion, because they want their birth rate to go up. But I guess I shouldn't say all, because 60% of white people say that they're okay with this change. But I feel like that number should be 100%, right? Because what's wrong with being a minority? They don't get treated badly, right? It's all good. And if you think about it, 60% ain't that high when it comes to a question like this. And if you think about it, y'all are all racist because y'all are basically calling all minorities one whole minority. You know what I mean? You're never gonna technically be the minority. You're just combining every single race and just calling us all the minority. Man, y'all suck.
Are you absolutely kidding me? GOP governor, Republican governor of Indiana, is trying to walk back interracial marriage. Oh, wow. What year is this? I'm Sergeant Rob, United States Marine Corps infantry veteran, 5 years. Look, they're going after same-sex marriage. Now they're going after interracial marriage. Soon, they won't have anyone that falls into those two categories around anymore. That's where we're going. That's what we're going back to. We're going pre-antebellum stage here. We are going such in the wrong direction that there will not be a recognizable America in which we know it as America any longer.
Hi guys, welcome back again to the YouTube channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So a lot of people actually speculated this beforehand, okay, and talk about how this will be a thing in no time, the whole interracial marriages, because of their fear, right? And now it's as if their fear is coming to limelight for this man to actually come out and say he support the fact that, you know, the state should, you know, decide on interracial marriages. Somehow they are scared, okay, and do not want this to happen anymore. You know, when people said they're coming for Latinos and interracial marriages will be next, somehow this is exactly what they meant, and this is happening in real time. Well guys, I have some clips for you guys. Let me let them roll, then I'll come back with the commentary. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. Credit to all creators on this video. Let's go watch.
Okay, before I get into this, son, you know, I'm speaking from the perspective as a white man in an interracial marriage. And this is for other white people, so y'all aren't fucking surprised when this happens. When, not if, when they come for interracial marriage, I'm telling you, there's going to be a whole lot of fucking white people that walk away from their partners and from their kids. There's going to be some of you white people right now that are like, oh my God, no way, that would never happen. You're just fear-mongering, or you're just this and that. No, listen. I've made a video about interracial marriage before. The amount of comments that I've gotten from people about their white partners who are completely not in touch with politics or not political are a lot. You will see white partners in these marriages choose white supremacy over their own partners and children. I promise you. Because mind you, these white people have partners and children that look like the people that are being snatched by ICE. They're watching Trump on down talk about their partners being DEI hires at work. Doesn't move them. They don't give a fuck. These same partners, white partners, tokenize their spouse at every turn. So I can't be racist. I have a black, indigenous spouse of color. Y'all see it on here all the time. But when the pressure hits and it's building, white people fucking fold to white supremacy all the goddamn time. That's what's happening right now on a national scale. And we're seeing it. We got concentration camps in America. We got the National Guard in LA and DC. We got ICE is snatching up kids, families, deporting. Doesn't matter if they're fucking citizens or not. And white people aren't moved to do shit. So you think when they come down and they try to attack interracial marriage, it's going to move white people? Absolutely the fuck not. JD Vance, I wouldn't be surprised if he set the standard and said, I'm leaving my wife for X, Y, and Z reason. He'll make some bullshit up. And other white Americans will be like, oh yeah, he did it? All right, yep, then it's safe for me to walk away. When you as a white person can be in an interracial marriage and you see the way the entire country is treating people that look just like your children or your partner, and you just say, I'm not political, or we don't talk about that in my house, you're fucking going to. When the government comes for your shit, well, you're probably not, because you're going to be too scared to say anything or do anything, because you're just going to be scared of violence from other white people for being in an interracial marriage. White people, as a whole, value white supremacy more than anything in their fucking life. 3 out of 5 white men voted for Trump. 1 out of 2 white women voted for Trump. And everything that's happening right now is what they want. And other white people that don't have a fucking spine, or other white people that don't view their partners as human beings, that don't see their children, their biracial children, as human beings, they'll walk the fuck away. I'm calling it right now.
They're not really racist. They're jealous of us. They want to be Hispanic. They want to be Black. They want to be Asian. They have parties, and our culture is their theme. They love Taco Tuesday. They love our food. They love to have parties on Cinco de Mayo. We don't even celebrate that. Cinco de Mayo is not Independence Day. They go and get tans. They inject their lips. They go and get BBLs. They're jealous of us because they want to be us.
London was 95% white in the 1920s. It is now 29% white.
But that's just a lie. According to the 2021 census, London has a 53.8% white population, whom 36.8% are white British. So overall, London is still majority white. And white British people still make up the majority of the population in London, as 20% are Asian, 13.5% of London's population is Black, other ethnic populations make up 6.3%, and 5.7% are mixed or multi-ethnic groups. And part of that mixed population are white British people mixing with other ethnic groups. And that wasn't even like my main issue with this. The main issue that I had is a couple of sentences later in the same interview. Charlie Kirk says that it's an ethnic cleansing. No joke. Take a look at this.
I thought we're against mass replace. That's ethnic cleansing, isn't it? Well, it's literally.
Which again is another lie because it wouldn't classify it as an ethnic cleansing. As according to the definition of ethnic cleansing, it is the mass expulsion or unaliving of members of one ethnic group or religious group in an area by those or another. White British people aren't being ethnically cleansed from London. The reason as to why the white British population in London is declining are 2 main factors. Number 1 being the ridiculous housing crisis. The cost of a house and the cost of living in London is exponentially unaffordable to the average Londoner. So a lot of native Londoners are moving out for more affordable housing. Not just white British people, mixed, Asian, everybody. They're moving out for more affordable living costs. And reason number 2, there is a decline in birth rate of white British people in the UK as a whole. In 2021 alone, it was 74%. And in 2023, it has declined to 55% according to the Office for National Statistics. The quality of life in London for any Londoner has dramatically decreased, not just in the terms of affordability, but the actual overall living experience. Like, you're going around and you're working every single day, you're not getting no days off, and there's nowhere to go when you are on your day off. A lot of people, especially young people, are moving away from London to other cities and even sometimes to other countries in order to get a better quality of life, more affordable living standards. So it's very harmful and damaging when people like Charlie Kirk and Tucker Carlson go online and keep pushing this, narrative of our ethnic cleansing, where it's not true. As we've already discussed, unaffordable housing prices, declining birth rates, and a worse quality of life all contribute as to why there are less and less white British people living in London. So please, guys, let's just show some damn respect in the comment section, especially.
It's unfortunate that in this time and era is when somebody will decide that interracial marriage is now their problem. Like, for everything to decide upon, Americans are complaining about the cost of groceries, and you didn't think about, saying, okay, we should decide it per state on how much groceries should worth and try to control the price hike that most of these big corporations are doing. Nobody thought about that. Everybody is always talking about something that will benefit them, because grocery prices is not their problem. They have the money, they've got the funds, okay, to fund any form they have the money to buy anything they want to buy, right? They didn't think about that. What they are now coming for is interracial marriages. You guys, what happens if they start enacting this? So somehow even interracial biracial kids might even start facing some kind of scrutiny and some kind of profiling, okay? And this is one of the things that they want. So when people call out people like Laura Luma, okay, for making the statement she made about alligator, you know, and all of that, I think this is exactly what they were trying to drive at, that these people have their plans all stated out and all of that. Now, people who have biracial kids, who are married to other people from other races, are not freaking out on the internet, because if they're coming for them, then everybody needs to buckle up, okay, because things are becoming so toxic and, you know, more than they all expected. Like, how can you even think about that? Like, in this time and era, people choose where love finds them. Like, you can't choose where love finds you, because love can actually find you any place. It could be anywhere. It could be in Africa, it could be in Asia, it could be just anywhere. Recently, we've seen so many people getting married to other people, right? We've seen white people going to get married to black folks. Like, a lot of them, a lot of interracial marriages are just there right now. No longer is no time when we do all this segregation and people be like, oh, you can't get married to these people, they're like this, they're like that. People can travel right now and get to see maybe a black lady. A white man can get to Africa, see a black lady, or even be in the US or be in the UK or wherever and see a black lady and say, oh, I would love to marry this person. And before you know it, voila, they're married. Right? So people don't choose where love finds them, but it's quite unfortunate that they want to maintain whiteness by all means, and they are scared of the whole mixture, okay, and now they are freaking out. Okay, but what happens if tomorrow they need the Melanie thing, and they will be like some countries that are begging black men to come and get married to their women, okay, because a lot of them have been seen right now telling, you know, black men to relocate and get married to their women and all of that. What will happen? So these are the things that some of these people forget, okay? They just, you know, try so hard to not you know, understand before talking. So it is very important that people just buckle up for what is ahead, because if people like this can actually come out and start talking about interracial marriages, then I think there is something that is looming somewhere, okay? There is something that they are cooking that nobody knows, right? And it's quite unfortunate that in this time, in 2025, in the 21st century, that we are talking about interracial marriages and how the state could, you know, kind of stop people from getting married to other places. Why don't they get married to their own people so that they can procreate and give birth to exactly what looks like them? We've seen countless times where people say, oh, my grandma didn't like me because I have a kind of, because I have black blood in me or something, you know, because I didn't look so white. We've seen people share their stories, how their mom tried to bleach them and all of that. Like, for God's sake, children from underage were are being bleached and also being taught race because of the ideology that a parent have or a grandparent have. So somehow this whole thing may never stop. You know, when people say that these things start from the root, okay, and children were not born racist, but someone taught them, and this is how they are, you know, teaching them all of these things, and we are seeing it in real time. Right? But you guys, let me know what your take are in the comment section. What do you think about this whole ideology of interracial marriages, okay, going to the state? Let's have your thoughts in the comment section, and please consider subscribing if you have not already. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. Credit to all creators on this video. See you all on my next. Bye guys.